Hey, OldBayCraps, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday night. We are back for session number 18. That means we are about to roll over 1,800 rolls for this underhand toss so that we can find out if we are unraveling the mysteries of dice influence. Welcome to OBC DI practice. We are still through this entire 3 weeks are doing the 5-4-5-4 dice set. So the last 9 episodes, we have done 3 from furthest out, 3 from closest to the rail, and 3 sessions from close to stick right one as we could get. We are going to be returning to stick right 2 for the remainder of the sessions. Until Tuesday, which is the next show, episode 5 of Unraveling the Mysteries of Dice Influence with Gargoyle, Ed, Roll to Win Craps, Jeff, Mid-Atlantic Craps, and I am the guinea pig stand-in for Chris, Sideshow Gamble, who couldn't make it. So we will be returning to stick right 2 and right here in the middle. So we did here, we're turning right to the middle, down the field lane. So it might take a few tosses to get used to being at stick right 2 again, because the last 3 nights we were at stick right 1, which is a completely different toss of the underhand toss. So I've got a new camera set up. Let me know in the comments if you happen to like this one. It's a little bit different. I still have the hand cam here, right here, hello. And I also have a new stand that has my camera set up so that you can see my arm throwing down the lane towards the back wall. And then of course we have our landing zone cam. And as well, I'm going to be rolling out the roll tracker so that you can follow along and play along. We're going to do a quick tech edit. Alright, we had a quick edit because I had to get an extra cord for the other iPhone because it was running low on battery. Alright, we're all supercharged. We're supercharged to get ready to go. Here we go. Roll number 1. We're still on our tiptoes. So we got a 6-4-10. So we are farther away, so we're going to have to figure out how to get the dice to come down the lane together. And 6-4-10 easy will be the point tonight. Start off the show. We've been trying to keep the same dice grip throughout the entire series. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That was beautiful. They're within a ½ inch of the wall. 4-1-5. So that's what we're striving for. There's a 3-6-9. That was a 3. Whoops. Yep, there we go. Thought there was a delay. Might have been. There's a little delay with getting the dice rolls in. So I'm trying to land them right around between the 9-10 and the word field, in the field. And there we hit the point. 4-6-10. So we hit our first point in the night with the first 4 rolls. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Something we learned along the way that I'm hitting more points. Maybe not enough to make a fire bet, but there's a 2, 6, 8, easy. 8 will be the point. It's pretty late tonight, so this video might not come out until Saturday morning. And there's a 5, 2, 7. So, short roll, only 6 rolls for the first shooter, but we did hit a point of 10, which is pretty cool. Because I've said that in a few previous videos, including the one from yesterday, that even though I'm having short rolls, I've been able to hit 1 point during. This is the come out roll. And we have a 2, 3, 5. 5 will be the point. There's a 3, 5, easy 8. Where was that on the last shooter, right? That would have made the point. 3, 5, 8. There's a 2, 4, 6. There's another 4, 2, 6. Back to back. And again, I'm putting in the green die first when I enter it into the roll tracker because I'm entering these in the bone tracker. So I felt the dice split there. It's going to be a 6, 3, 9. Not a bad result, just not a good throw. I've said in previous videos that a lot of times you're going to see poor throws that end in good results. More often than you're going to see good rolls with bad results. So that one, the green die hit the side wall. It's going to be a 6, 5 yo. Chiro in the house. Mid-mo yo. So I felt the dice split. The red die went off to the right. It's going to be an OldBay bushel. Hard 10. So the green die must have hit on the point of the dice because it dug right into the table and stopped, where the red die went all the way to the wall. So it's going to be a 3, 4, 7 out, and that was only 8 rolls, but 6 rolls, 8 rolls back to back, even though they were both short rolls, our SRR is 6.5. It might go down as soon as it registers this 7. And there you have it. Our SRR is 7.0 because we're averaging 7 rolls. So the higher we can get above 6, the better. So the Feltham is split a little bit. I might have been holding on to them too tight. There's a 145. There's a 538. And why is it not picking up on the... Oh, there it is. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay on the landing zone. 538. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's my best iPhone out of the 2 that are helping me with the cameras. But I can hear the fan going on the laptop, so it could be we're overloading the laptop. So the green die went off to the left, hit the hook. It's going to be a 235. But I believe that's the point. So again, even if this ends in a short roll, we were able to hit a point and make the point. So that's what I'm excited about this toss. Making more points. So there's a 549. The green die went off to the left, hit here. 9's going to be the point, the sister number. So we need to see if we can get the dice to go together down the field lane where the field is and not hit that sidewall. That was a little better. It's going to be a 358, easy. Whoa. The stick got caught on the, or I got caught on the cable to the camera. Love that throw. That was a beautiful throw. It's going to be a 2-4, 2x4, 2-4-6. It's going to be a 3-5-8, easy. A little too much energy. It's going to be a 6-1, 7 out. But again, that was an 8 roller. So it's keeping our SRR above 7. So it looks like so far we've had 3 shooters. Each of them have been able to make 1 point, even though they've been short rolls. And there's a 6-3-9. 9 will be the point again. that green die kind of went off to the left and ricocheted to the back wall. It's going to be a double D-gen, hard 6. Click like and subscribe to Dice D-Gen's channel. He's having his March Madness tournament. Someone asked me today that they had theirs. I think it was Justice Jen said she had hers tonight. And she asked me how I did on mine. And I said it was over in less than 10 rolls. Now those dice split when they hit, but they were going straight. 4, 5, 9. There's a point. See, there's another point. So again, the ability to make points, even on short rolls, means you can still make money. This is the come out roll. And we got a 6-4 easy 10. 10 will be the point. So I felt my arm go from right to left, but we made the point. Or no, that was, sorry, 9 was the point earlier. 10's the new point. I just happened to hit another 9. Yeah, those must have that had to be my grip. I must have been holding them either too lightly or too tightly. Tightly? Too tight. Got a 6-5 yo. So again, they split. That green die went hit here, went right here, and bounced right here. It's going to be a 4-3, 7 out. But it was a 7 roller, and we hit a point. So let's let this 7 go through. We are on roll. That was roll 29. And as soon as the 7 goes through, which just did, you can see that our SRR is 7.3. Here's the come out. And that came in hot. That came in hot. It had no chance of slowing down. It's going to be a 3-4 come out 7. And I'm not sure how a come out 7 affects the SRR. So we'll come back to it after I roll the next one. We're still in the come out. That time the red die, the right die, smacked the wall, and it stopped because the rubber starts right here and it hit the end of the rubber. It's going to be a 1, 2, 3 craps. So the come out 7 brought our SRR down to 5.0. There's another come out 7. So we're still in the come out. So our SOR is still above 6. So they kind of rolled straight, but then the green die went ahead of the red die. It's going to be a 4-2-6. We finally have a point. There's a 3-5-8. I like the way they stopped off the wall. We're now past 30 rolls. So those went down, hit hard on the back wall. It's going to be aces. So the green die hit the hard part of the wall. It's going to be an ace deuce, 3 craps. Whoops, that was a 1-2, but it should be a 2-1. So I'm going to fix that. Just for tracking purposes. The bone tracker. That was better. It felt like more of a push than a toss. It's going to be a 6-5 yo. We are hitting horns like crazy. So when the dice hit the layout right around here, they just split in opposite directions. And the green die hit off the hard part and then went around. It's going to be a 5-1-6, which I think is the point. So we made a point. That's why I'm liking this. We were able to make a point. So that green die stopped right dead in its tracks, right in the come area. It's going to be a 6-2-8 though. So not a good throw, but good result. We can do better. So from stick left, keeping the dice parallel to the table worked best. But from stick right 2, that doesn't work out for me. There's a 5-4-9. Neither dice hit the back wall. So you're going to get your warning from the dealer or from the stick person. That felt good. It really kept low to the ground. Hit here. It's going to be aces. Not the greatest result. Not what I'm looking for. Because we're looking for an 8, right? Yes, we're looking for an 8. Now I haven't thrown from stick right in minimum 4 days. But from this particular spot in over a week. So my obliques on my left side are starting to hurt. There's a 4-2-6. Dice went off to the right. We'll take it. It's a good result. Just not a good throw. So we're hitting our landing spot, but they're not rolling together down the lane. They're splitting most times when they hit the spot. So possibly I might try to aim for this 2 instead of the word field and see if we can save some of that splitting and keep them together. Now they came in hot. They stayed together a little bit more, but because they came in hot, they hit off the back wall and then split. It's going to be a 3-2-5. We're looking for an 8. Again, they came in hot, but we hit the point. It's going to be a hard 8. So that's 2 points. That's an ace deuce, 3 craps. I like that one a little because they did hit around here. That's going to be a come out roll. So we're looking for another point. That one came in hot a little bit. It's going to be a midnight. The past 3 nights, that was a very successful horn number. Back-to-back horns. So if you're on the come out and you're playing the world bet, congratulations. Those kind of dribbled forward, never hit the back wall. It's going to be a hard 4 though. 4 is going to be the point. Oh, crap, I didn't even recognize. Because of that midnight, we hit the tall. And now 4 is the point. So we're looking for a 4. We're 1 pip short. There's a 3 craps. Oh my God. Really? So because we hit the 4 to establish the point, the 4 is what we needed for the all. So we just hit the small and the all. Wow. Wasn't even paying attention. And there's another 3 craps. So I think we just hit the repeater on 3. Yep. We hit the repeater on the last 3. So we're looking for a 4. So they went down together, hit the back wall, split, and then came back together for a 3-5 easy 8. 4 is the point though. We're looking for a 4. So the dice went off to the left, and as per effing usual, it's a 4-3, 7 out. But that was a 23 roller. And we did hit 2 points. And we hit the all. So, can't complain too much, I guess. So that one we hit way too early. So we hit like between the 10 and the 11. And there's the 4 that we needed, of course. Happens quite a bit at the casino, guys. When all you need is one number and you don't get it, you 7 out, and the very next number is the number you needed. Which is why sometimes you should hop that number that you couldn't get, because it's usually the number you roll after the 7 out. So that had a little bit too much energy, but I did like the way they came down. But because of the energy, they came off the back wall pretty hot. There's a 5-6 yo, mid-mo yo. So they split when they left my hand. But we lucked out with the result. It's going to be a 6-3-9. So I feel we were throwing it a lot better in the beginning of the video. And now we've gotten away from it a little bit. But we're hitting points. 3-1-4. Just hit another point. So every shooter so far has hit a point, I believe. Let me repeat. Every shooter so far has hit a point. And that's a come out 7, 4-3. Yep, we are on shooter number 6, and all 6 shooters have hit a point. Even the one that had, I think, 5 rolls, still hit a point. So when they hit, they kissed. And that's that snapping sound you heard. It's going to be a 6-5 yo. Come out roll. Pay the line, take the don'ts. And there's another midnight. I'm just throwing midnights right and left last 3 sessions. Again, if you're playing a world bet, congratulations. So we got a point. Not a great throw. It's going to be a 4-1-5. So 5 is probably, except for maybe some of the early sessions, 5 has been an elusive number we have not gotten a lot of until we started heating up on changing positions. And then we started hitting 5s and 6s like crazy. There's another midnight. I don't know how I'm doing that. So we just hit the repeater on midnight. So I don't even know if they would count that at the casino. They wouldn't count it, and I'm not going to count it. Why? Because you can't see it. I'll point it out right here. You can see the stick in the window. Maybe you can't. You see my hand in the upper left corner? The dice is sitting on top of the chip stack. So that's a no call. I guarantee you my local would not call that at all as a roll for hitting the top of the chip stack. So I'm calling it a no roll. Again, you heard that snapping sound, which means they kissed. It's going to be aces. So we are throwing horns like crazy tonight. Like crazy. I don't know if I've ever thrown this many horns in a throwing session. That was a better throw. Hey, we hit the 5. 3-2. All right, that's a second point. I'm excited about this toss for a crapless table, I'll tell you that, because I just might be able to hit some points on the outskirts. So this is the come out roll. And we got the 5-1-6 mixer. 6 will be the point. So I think they dug into the table because they chunked when they landed. And they kind of just did one hop and down. And it's a 1-6-7 out. Or no, yes. That was a PSO on the 6. But it was a 13 roller. And we made 2 points. So again, all 6 shooters made points. That was a little bit better because that was a really low shot. It's going to be a come out 7. So our SOR is 10.8. Our SRR was 7.2 until the come out 7. So as soon as it generates, it's about to drop our SRR. It just went from 7.2 to 6.0. But before that, our SOR was over 10. There's a 5-6. Yo, we are hitting some horns. It's another frontline winner. I think we started the last hand with a 7-11. One of my favorite convenience stores growing up. With the big gulp and the baseball tokens. There's another yo, mid-mo yo, frontline winner. So if you parlay your pass line, you're making some gains. That felt forced, and I can't believe it's another horn number. 3 craps. We are still in the come out. And again, if you're playing a world bet, congratulations. See if we can get a point. There's a 6, 4, 10. That's a point. Take that. Oh, I like the way they traveled together. That was pretty sweet. 426, 2x4. The lumber number. There's another ace deuce, 3 craps. Told you we're hitting horns. I'd probably hit the repeater on the 3. Is that the repeater? Let's see what it generates. No, not yet. We need one more for the repeater. So they landed early, and the green die hit the wall. It's going to be a 2, 3, 5. But we're looking for a 10. So they kissed when they came off the wall, not before. It's going to be a 1, 3, 4. That's the sister number. So they came in hot. It's going to be a 3, 1, 4 again. Big Joe, Craps Master Journey. So that green die hit and came 2 feet back. It's going to be a 3, 6, 9. That was a weird bounce. So they bounced around, split, came back, but it's going to be a 1, 6, 7 out. That was a long string of box numbers, though. And that was a 12 roller. Is this the first one we haven't hit a point? Because the point was 10. So this was a quality roll, yet it was the first shooter of the night, the 7th shooter of the night, apropos, since we 7 down on the 7th shooter. That's the first shooter that we did not make a point. Although we hit 6 box numbers in a row after having a really odd come out roll. So both of those danced to the left, hit the hook, came back and hit the hard part of the wall afterwards for a 1, 4, 5. 5 will be the point. So on that last shooter, after we made the point, we established the point of 10. We hit 6 box numbers and had a repeater on the 4. But could not make the point of 10. It's okay. So those went off to the left, but they course corrected, I like to say, and hit the wall and came down and stopped. Double D-jam, heart 6. That was a really interesting toss. They looked like they were going down there, going to the left, and then they course corrected, went back to the right, and hit the spot that we needed it to off the back wall. So I felt that one go a little bit high. That was like 6 inches off the table. That is not the kind of throw we want. We had a good result though. 639. And that was roll number 80. There we go. I kept that low to the ground, but the green die did go left. It's going to be a 6-4 easy 10. So these will roll right, or I'm sorry, these will roll correctly if I can keep it low to the ground. So those rolled where we needed them to, but they split once they hit the wall. It's a 5-1-6, and we're looking for a 5. Again, 5s and 10s, we do not hit them as much as the other ones, except for those few video sessions we did where we had a string of 5s. And there's a 5-3 easy 8. Good news is we're hitting a string of box numbers. So those kept low to the ground, but when one of the die hit, I think it was the red one, it bounced up high. It's going to be a 6-4-10 again. I really believe that maybe my best course of action for betting is going to be betting across. And that's a cross with no T at the end like you hear on some other channels. That was another 10. Looks like we're looking to flip it. 6-4-10. All right, we got our $10. We got not $10. We have our 10 at $3.50. Can we flip it? And we got a 5, 3-2. Was 5 the point? 5 is the point. We just made the point. So we're back to making points. And that was a good string of box numbers too. All right. We've made the point on this shooter. Oh, that was pretty. That was just damn pretty. I don't have any slow motion, but that was pretty. I'm starting to notice that I really do need to keep it low. Keeping the shot low, literally like Gargoyle said, and also El Toro, I believe. Keeping it 2 inches off the ground, off the layout, is the best way to do this underhand toss. And people say, well, what do you mean? Can you repeat the process? Well, we just did. Even though we went into the hook a little bit. It was another low throw. It rolled the way we wanted it to, hit the back wall, and stopped. So I really have to concentrate on not tossing it upwards. So that came in hot, but it still did what I wanted it to do. It just bounced off the back wall too hard. There's a 459. And I'm not sure if we're in the 90s yet. Check in just a second. So I know those came in hot. They also split, but it's a 527. But we did make a point. And it was another quality roll. So we're back to doing what we haven't done in very many sessions. I think since we were furthest away from the rail. That's the first time in many sessions that we've had 4 back-to-back quality rolls, quality shooters, and we're back to making points. So this is a come-out roll. And that was a horrible toss. The toss landed to the right of the 9 in the field and dug into the table and just stopped. It's going to be a midnight though. Because why not? We've been hitting midnights all night long. Of course, the midnight is off axis. Both die. And there's a 1-6 come out 7. That's going to drop our SRR. So we were enjoying an SRR over 7, but a come out 7 drops it dramatically. There's a 459. That was a 4. So 9 will be the point. Oh, I meant to check the number of rolls. That was not roll 93. So those dice split. It's going to be a 1-3-4, easy. We're looking for the 9. So they kind of stayed together, but didn't really. And I must have tempted fate because the dice can hear you. There's a 4-3. That is our second, only our second roll tonight where we did not hit a point. No, our third. We did have a PSO, I think. Although the PSO was after we had already hit a point. So our SRR is still 6.8, and our SOR is over 10. So we couldn't get 5 consecutive quality rolls. Let's see if we can end the night making a point. But we have to get a point first. So the dice split again, but we have a good result. 8 easy, 6-2. 8's going to be the point. There's a 5-6 yo. So we're not shooting any short of any horn numbers tonight. Little mid-mo yo action right there. So they split a little bit. The green die did what it was supposed to do. It's going to be a 4-6-10. That was roll 98. So those dice smacked the wall. It's going to be aces. This is roll 100 coming up. And I believe the point is 8. And I believe we just hit the point of 8. On the 100th roll, we hit the point. 628. All right, since that was the 100th roll, this is the last shooter. That was an interesting roll. Went into the hook. We've thrown a lot of 6-4-10s tonight too. That was our 11th 10 tonight, and I guarantee we've only thrown one Old Bay bushel. So I can't say it was a great night for hardways, except for maybe the hard 6, maybe. So that was a little high. I threw it too high, which is why the green die just bounced and stayed where it was. 426. And I am pacing myself a little bit, so I'm trying not to do rapid fire. I like the way they rolled down there. The result's going to be a 3-2-5. So again, we're getting back to hitting box numbers. I like the way they traveled down, but it was not a good result. 5-2-7 out. But at least we ended the night on a quality roll. That was 9 rolls. So let's let that go through. That was 104 rolls tonight to end our Friday. And yeah, we ended with a 6.9 SRR and a 10.4 SOR. The best we had tonight was a 23 roller. But I believe the 23 roller, no, maybe it was the 23 roller that we hit the all. So we did hit the all tonight. That was pretty cool. We were hitting horns like crazy all night long. All right. That was session number 18. So I'm not really on camera. I could pop my head down here. Hello. I don't know if you saw it, but so thanks for joining me. I really appreciate all the support. More people, it looks like more people are watching these sessions leading up to Tuesday, March 19th, episode 5 of Unraveling the Mysteries of Dice Influence with Gargoyle, Ed from Roll to Win Craps, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, and Chris Sideshow Gamble. I want to thank all 4 of them. They're all great people. and they're all great mentors. And I wish them all well, and I will talk to them all Tuesday. But we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and if I can fit a session in on Tuesday, I will before the show. However, I don't know if I might do that just to warm myself up. So I might do a half session on Tuesday, but I'll definitely do a session on tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. So by the time we get to Tuesday, I'll have thrown over 2,000 rolls with this new underhand toss. So I do really think that we're seeing good progress. We're definitely seeing more box hits, and we're seeing more points made. We're not always seeing long rolls, but if we can make our short rolls count by hitting points, that's just going to be awesome. So I do want to tell people who think that this particular table is super bouncy. My local is, I guarantee you, from what I've already seen in the past year, it is 2 or 3 times more bounce in that table up north than this table right here. This one only has 1 layer of the neoprene. The one up north at Hollywood Casino in Perryville, Maryland, that one has to have 2 or 3 underlayments, because you toss a toss down there, and if it's not, if you're not like at stick left one or stick right one, when you hit, and I'll show it here, when you hit the wall, even if you hit it softly, when they come back, they go all over the place. And then a lot of times they'll even bounce 2 to 3 feet back towards you. So I know that if I go in there with this underhand toss, I'm going to have the landing zone be very early, or I'm going to have the landing zone, well, really, I'm going to have the landing zone very early, because it's got to have time for the dice to get to the wall at a very slow speed and just kiss off the wall. But we'll see how it goes. I got an Atlantic City trip coming up here at the end of the month. So the tables I know that we'll be playing at are actually hard tables. So I don't even know how this underhand toss works on a hard table. I think there's some hard tables at Maryland Live. So if I get a chance to go down there before Atlantic City, I'll be able to test out the underhand toss on a hard table. But until then, I wish you all well. Thank you for joining me. Again, thank you to Gargoyle, Ed, Jeff, and Chris at Sideshow Gamble. And what do we say now? It's Friday night. Friday night. Just got paid. We out of here. We'll see you on Saturday.